Yo, what's good, guys? I hope everyone is doing well. Well, let's just say, firstly, if you are new to the channel, mad love and respect for passing through. Welcome to Traders Reality. My name is Tino. So let's have a conversation. I'm lost for words. Let's be honest. The signs were there, guys. But this is the problem with trading. As much as you can try and convince yourself it's going to do something, you will never know what they're going to do next. All we can go by is making the assumption that what they've done before is likely to happen again. But the problem with doing that is we will never know when they are likely to repeat the same behavior. Human nature doesn't change. That's why people will feel euphoric and greedy when price is at its highest point, and they are the most fearful at the lowest point. Okay? In order to understand Bitcoin's behavior, ladies and gentlemen, there were 6 signs. And those 6 signs were those 6 videos that we have done in the past week leading up to Bitcoin's drop. You see, what you need to understand is the following. Right here is a screenshot that was taken last night. All right? Shortly after the stream, I took this image and I made the projection. And I shared this out to the Patreons. And I claimed accountability. And I said, this is where I expect Bitcoin to go based on my understanding of the behavior of the market makers in and around this zone. First things first, we understand the market maker does things in threes. Now, whether you believe the market maker exists or not, that is your decision. Whether you believe the liquidity comes from market makers, again, that is your decision, your opinion of things. And let's make the assumption that they don't exist, which is, we can't. Okay, they do exist. Simply the behavior of whatever it is you conceive price to be influenced by, there seems to be a repeatable pattern. So to all the people that think market makers don't exist or that market makers don't have that much of an influence, well, you might need to dive in a little bit deeper into understanding what market makers are. They're just liquidity providers. Now, the basis of the hybrid system is to understand their behavior. Whether you believe them to be existing or not, you can exploit the behavior of the market maker. We always see these W's. We always see these 3 hits to the high. Okay? We always see these notable candlesticks spiking the lows and moving away from them. These are the aspects of the hybrid system, which is what we look for every single day. Through those 6 videos, we were talking about the actual 800 EMA being a point in the chart that price needed to break above. Yet it was not showing us the activity. What you have to understand is this. When price tries to break away from a particular zone, and it does it with such force but doesn't actually achieve anything, something sinister is happening. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, this game is unregulated. And yes, this game is based on one man's fun and another's hell. And yes, I might repeat myself, but ladies and gentlemen, if I were to come to you and I said to you, here you go, there is 1,000,000 ways to make £1 million. And you take that one way and I say to you, you just have to repeat that process over and over again. Are you going to challenge the novelty of having to repeat that same process to make $1 million? Because you're going to make 1, you're going to make 2, you're going to make 3, and you're probably going to be one of the smallest percentages of people in the world that will challenge the idea of being able to make £1 million every single time using a system that allows you to make £1 million. Now, I'm not saying this system is going to guarantee to make you £1 million, but the metaphor behind what I'm saying to you is I may repeat myself in the streams, but there are 2 reasons why. First things first, repetition is always going to leave a better impression in your mind, especially when you're learning something. Look at math. Math is logical. You only have to remind yourself of the formulas continuously so that when you do come across a certain situation, you're able to recall that math formula, which is going to be able to help you crack the code of something, work out a direction, work out a speed, you name it. Okay? The same thing goes with the second part. New people are passing through to the stream, asking the questions that all the people that have been with me from day one, pattern watchers, mad love and respect to you. They're asking the same questions. What is a vector? Who's the market maker? Who's Steve? Yeah? The only way that we can really understand this movement by Bitcoin is to focus on the way the candlesticks were being delivered. Big sharp green vector candles pushing price to the upside. It's a psychology, ladies and gentlemen. What reason does the retail trader have to believe price is going to go higher? Comes onto YouTube. YouTube is pumping out content all day. People saying Bitcoin's going up, Bitcoin's going up. We're going to go for the bull run. We're going to go parabolic. Well, you know what? Until you can break above a key notable area and you can show me that conviction is going to happen, then I'll start believing you in that concept. But until that point, I ain't seeing nothing to the upside yet. Now, I'm not biased to direction, but I tell you what I am biased to. I am biased to intention. If I believe they are doing something more, if they are doing more of something and not achieving the desired goal of that one thing that is being perceived on the chart, I know they're getting ready to do something else. So if they keep hitting the highs 1, 2, and 3, spiking up with the volumes, notable candlesticks breaking down and then coming back straight up again, I know they are accumulating shorts at the highest possible point, at the concept of traders believing price is going to go higher. All throughout the rest of the week, of this week, ladies and gentlemen, up until on the actual channel with the streams, these were the videos, okay? These were the videos that were giving you the clues, breaking down this move that happened by Bitcoin. All right? Do not yet act yet with Bitcoin. That was right here. Still not convincing. That was right here. The manipulation of Bitcoin. That was a stop hunt rise and then drop. Can Bitcoin break this zone? That was the 58 and the 57 zone. Bitcoin does it again. The stop hunt rise and then drop. Sorry, it was this part here. The stop hunt rise and then the drop. As you can see, the third hit right there. Okay? And then Bitcoin levels to be aware of. And these were the levels that we were talking about last night. This isn't about taking claim for glory on where Bitcoin has gone. And I said, yeah, I've called it. Yeah, happy days. Who cares? I'm not interested in that. For me, it's about understanding why this was happening, which led to Bitcoin's movement, which we saw today, like so. All right? Projection zone 1, taken. Projection zone 2, taken. Right there. The next thing on the chart is the wick, which on this image right here, the pin will get recovered. So at some point over the weekend, we should see this pin getting recovered. Funnily enough, if you look at the psychological high on that video that we did last night, so Bitcoin levels to be aware of. We were talking about the psychological ranges. Okay. There was the psychological high, psychological low. Bitcoin rips the psychological high. And that was the point that it bounced from earlier on today. Yeah? It bounced from that point, came back up, and then it broke through it. So it tells me now that the market makers are back inside the range that they initially started to build their positions from. Reset. We are now at a reset, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? If you are new to the channel, make your way over to the Discord because I've shared these images in there for you guys to check out and study. Because the idea of this strategy is to go over the patterns over and over again and understand the behavior of the market maker. Look at the 57k zone. Building the shorts above key notable areas. They broke down, but they came straight back up. All right? They kept on pushing price higher, but not strong enough for it to grant a breakaway to the upside. And the final hit yesterday, which was a stop hunt rise, the biggest one, where they came back and recovered the previous wick, which we were talking about in last night's stream, the stream before yesterday, okay, on Wednesday. They came all the way back down, and then today in the New York session, stop hunt rise, hit the high, confirmed all the orders at the 50 EMA, because there were traders that were waiting for the 50 EMA to be broken. They broke the 50 EMA, traders' commitment came in sight, they opened up right here, they spiked up, Bitcoin was trading positive for the day, encouraging people to believe that price was now going to continue higher. All they did was they reversed back to the previous wick, hit that imbalance, came back down and completely annihilated the range. Stop hunt rise in the New York session again. And then we have the complete descent to the downside. Okay? I hope this serves purpose, ladies and gentlemen. I may rant on a bit, but that's because I watch this stuff all day, every day. The same behavior we saw right here was happening over here. Bang, came down. Yeah? We knew that we were in a cyclical move to the downside. All right? M formation, drop level 1. Done. Drop level 2. Done. And then drop level 3. Peak formation. Now the peak is still valid, ladies and gentlemen. We said to you last night, it can go as low as this point right down here to this wick. It can even spike below it and come straight back up. It will still be deemed as a valid pattern. This little pattern here. Or could we be actually setting up for a much bigger pattern? Yeah? You could see 1, 2, 3 hits to the low. As long as Bitcoin stays above this range, it can go as low as last week's low and recover the full wick. And it can come all the way back up. Volatility is there in the chart. Volume has come into the chart as well. Look at the size of that. So price had exchanged hands 41,022 times at that point. The tick volume. It's how many times it changed. Orders filling. Okay? What can we expect Bitcoin to do next? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I won't be going live tonight. I need to take a break. But I want to leave you with this. We're going into the weekend. Could this be the start of a different pattern? Go back and watch the previous streams right here, because we talk about the development of this move. We need to understand what were the signs earlier on today, even when Bitcoin initiated these 2 stopping volume candles to the upside. Okay? What was the classification? Well, prior to price breaking down, price was still flat. They were working the wicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 areas to 6 wicks to the downside. Sorry. Yeah? They didn't favor higher prices. They wanted lower prices because people are buying in this range. Which then leads me over to the next chart. Exo charts. These areas in exo charts where the delta is coming in as positive and it's showing the pressure for buyers is stepping in. Well, I understand that when you buy, someone's selling to you. So really, what is the pressure? Is it the selling pressure or the buying pressure? Because if there is so much pressure to buying, why on earth has price pulled back? Why on earth did price come down to the projected zone of 58,800 from the 56,815? Look where price was. It was above the daily open. So traders were committing to the charts. They were probably coming to the exo charts and saying, look, delta is increasing, delta is increasing. The clue for me was right here with this big volume where the delta turned negative. That was the market maker saying to me, he's getting ready to offload his shorts. Okay? And then 58,800 comes into play. 58,800 right there. Took the zone clean. Because they had a commitment of retail traders going long. Look at the liquidation points for the longs. Sorry, for the shorts. Longs getting liquidated. Shorts getting liquidated. A couple of longs getting liquidated. Shorts getting liquidated again. And it was in this zone right here where they then decided to break down to the range because the actual delta was coming in quite positive with a lot of expectations to move price higher. Look at all the longs that were being built. These longs needed to pay the price. They were providing margin. They were providing liquidation points for the market maker to step in and get his longs filled at lower prices. Now, this is my view of exo charts. I could be wrong. But I keep seeing the same thing happening over and over again. Traders read this stuff. Look, Delta was coming in positive, rising. All right, prices rising. Trap the traders. Big notable volume candlestick stepping in. Bang, reverse it back. All these guys that went long had their liquidations taken. Fine. Please explain to me how the impact of the Delta being positive it should give traders a reason to believe that now there is buying in the chart. Now remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is the tick chart. This is the 2,600 tick chart with a Bitcoin. This is a day trading strategy. Holders, swing traders, may not apply to you guys. Maybe consider higher time frame analysis. It may be a bit different for you guys. But the principle is still there. The intention was to move price higher because that's what traders look at when they see these deltas. They think buying pressure's coming in because the delta is positive. So guess what? They go long. Yeah? I hope that puts things into perspective for you, ladies and gentlemen, in understanding this drop to the downside by Bitcoin. A lot of people were expecting Bitcoin to break out to the upside. Well, when people say that, all right, what was their justification for Bitcoin breaking to the upside? What was it? Oh, Bitcoin's going to end up being parabolic soon. What is that? Because right now, if you're telling people to go long with Bitcoin and this happens, kills credibility, man. Because we don't know what to expect next. All we can do is actually build as much confluence as we can and act on it. Okay? I hope this sinks in for you guys. And for anybody new, don't be overwhelmed with what I'm saying here. All the information's in the channel. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to rest my voice again tonight. I'm chilling out. No doubt I'll be catching up with you over the weekend. Mad love and respect to all of you. And I hope if anyone did go short, I hope you paid yourself. Because Tuesday, the hunt begins. Take care of yourselves, people. Mad love. Peace.